At Baton Rouge High, I teach advanced language, French, and French literature. I am also one of the readers for the College Board. I grade the literature essays. I also teach one class of French 1, and then I have 3 levels in Arabic, Arabic 1, 2, and 3, and they are honor classes. Lots of people in the community and other educators in Louisiana always wanted to teach Arabic. So one year when I was at McKinley High, the principal told me, why don't we start teaching Arabic, because she visited me in Tunisia. So I wrote the curriculum and I went to the school board, and I had the student, parent, and board members who supported the idea, and I started teaching it. And when I transferred to Baton Rouge High, I started teaching it here. Arabic is an intriguing language. It's kind of interesting when you start learning it. It's written from right to left. It looks very different from Western languages or the ones which are based on Western alphabet. And the most appealing aspect about Arabic is that it's very analytical, and it's high-order thinking. It's very geometric, and the Arabs are the ones who invented the math and algebra. So the way it's taught or it's learned, like the way the letters are written and the way the structure of the alphabet and the roots and the weights of each vocabulary term, is like a game, practically. It's very interesting, and they find it much easier than any other language. So it's a very rich language, and although the vocabulary is very manageable and can be learned easily if you follow the rules, and with practice, as you've seen my students, they catch on very quickly. And I think the fact that it's very analytical helps a lot, because children sometimes we don't think they could be at that high order of thinking skills, but if you push them and if they see something that challenges their minds, they're going to excel in it. So my problem with Arabic is that I'm trying like slow down, don't finish the book, but they finish the book, oh, now I'm ready for the next level. So it's very appealing, and the students do very well at it. So I'm very pleased.
All right, I love the way Arabic is written because it's a form of calligraphy and art, and it has a lot of history behind it. I plan on maybe continuing it next year in Arabic too, and it will look good on my resume and my college applications.
Well, it's just a really interesting language. It's completely different from any language I've taken, because all the other languages I've taken have been Latinate based in that they use the same letters that we do, and the only languages that were ever offered here that used a different alphabet were Greek, which we don't have any longer, and Arabic. And it requires you to think in a completely different way, and it requires me to kind of think of language in a different way, because you're used to thinking of it as words being in a certain order, and to be able to see them in backwards, or I guess it's not backwards, but from right to left, and to use a different language, it shows how you can still be just as descriptive even if you're not using what you're typically used to, even if it doesn't seem like standard language to you.
Last year I took French, and I had Dr. Hotard, and she told me a lot about Arabic, and it just made me want to learn more about the culture and the words, and just how it's becoming a big thing to, learn Arabic.
They teach us about Arabic culture a lot, and I didn't know anything about Arabic culture until this class, and I had some stereotypes I'm not very proud of before I took this class, and now I'm free of them. And it's really important, because considering the world today, it's a really good class to take.
For me personally, it's an important class so that I can learn the language fully and speak fluently, and it's an important class for other kids. It's a thing to take advantage of, because it's our teacher. We can ask her questions if we don't understand anything about if we have a question about Arabic. With a computer, I don't know if you can ask questions about Arabic on it. but it's a different language. I would want to learn a different language that other people don't know, just to know it, you know, not like Spanish or French. And it's, for me personally, I wanted to take it so I could be fluent.
Dr. Hotard is an amazing teacher. I had her for French, actually, which is why we knew each other. I took her for French 4 AP, and now I'm in her French 5 AP class. She teaches, I think, the only Arabic class at a public school, or for a while, the only Arabic offered anywhere in the United States, which is an amazing accomplishment, especially for Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And I think she does a great job with it. As a teacher, she's very involved with her students. She cares a lot about each student, and particularly the progress they make. If they're having any troubles, she definitely cares a lot about you.
You come into the class and you never know what to expect from her. And here, right now, we're learning the alphabet and how the letters connect and flow and how to read them. I enjoy the chance to really learn to write a language that's just so different from English and the other languages.
Well, I really want to learn a foreign language, something different from French or Spanish, since they're so common. So I decided to take Arabic because America has a very strong relationship with the Middle East, and more people even are moving into the United States from the Middle Eastern countries and even to Baton Rouge.
I enjoy it because I want to go into linguistics, preferably Arabic and Hindi and stuff like that. And so I took this class because it's not offered anywhere else, and she's a really great teacher. She knows her stuff because she was born in Tunisia, so she kind of learned Arabic and French together. And I take French as well, so if I don't understand stuff in English, she can help me out with the French. And I just love languages, so this class is a great opportunity for me.
I am hoping that every school will start thinking about starting the program because they're worth it, students are worth it, and offering a language that opens doors to students and see them benefiting from it financially in terms of scholarship and in terms of learning in itself is very rewarding, and it's very empowering to me. I think that's the thing that keeps me going, is my students.